Hello, my name is Shamin, and over the next few minutes, I will talk about pandemic and COVID-19. The pandemic is an infectious disease that spreads across a large region, continents, and throughout the world. Pandemic must also be contagious, spreading from person to person. It has capability to kill large amounts of population. And I will tell you about an example of the pandemic. First is Black Death. 1327 in Europe, the Black Death was spread, so it killed 75 million people, which is 1/3 of Europe's population. And second example is AIDS. The introduction of AIDS in 1969 has led to the infection of many people. The first case in the U.S. was reported in 1981 in Los Angeles. Since then, AIDS has claimed many lives. In particular, Africa has suffered from the virus. These days, up to 25% of the South and East African population. Many efforts are being made to help prevent the spread of AIDS through proper education. And today, one of the pandemic on the world is COVID-19. So I will tell you about COVID-19. The COVID-19 triggered at Wuhan, China, and the reason the infection is unclear, and currently there is no vaccine, and there is two types of patients, asymptomatic and symptomatic. It is different virus from SARS and MERS. And I will explain how COVID-19 spreads. Its main mode of spreading is respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes. When doing social distancing, it is recommended to keep 1 to 2 meters away from the people around you. Scientific research has shown that these tiny salivary droplets adhere to the surface of objects and infect humans. This means that even healthy people can become infected if they touch saliva droplets on an object. And if you are infected, you will show these symptoms: high fever, sore throat, muscle pain, cough, and stuffy nose. And I will tell you about the damage from COVID-19. First, fake news. There is two types of fake news. Fireworks can kill COVID-19 in the air, and Coca-Cola can spread COVID-19. And second one is mask is essential. If you don't wear the mask, you can take the bus or taxi, or you can't go to the public places such as movie theater and library or supermarket. And third, arguments. There was a case that assaulting passengers who requested to wear the mask on subway lost online classes. Online classes are good, but the students' grades dropped because it is difficult to hear the detailed explanation, and there is a limit. And I will tell you about 5 changes since COVID-19. First, consumer trends. COVID-19 is a new infectious disease whose the reason is still unknown, and is a threat to the board in the health sector. But surprisingly, one of the first place affected by COVID-19 was in the consumption sector. On-tech, which means non-face-to-face consumption, has become a common mode of consumption in the last 2 months. Since 2.5 levels, the most typical example of on-tech consumption is kiosk. Instead of ordering directly from the receptionist at fast food restaurants or movie theaters, the kiosk ordering method allows you to order with a few touches. Second, ongoing crisis. The crisis caused by COVID-19 incident entered the complex decline. There is an internal factor behind the sharp decline in oil prices, which were naturally falling due to China was stopped due to COVID-19 incident. It is crucial that the negotiation between the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, which means OPEC, and Russia to cut crude oil have broken. International oil prices plummeted as other oil-producing countries began to increase production again. Perhaps because of Russia's decision to increase production rather than cut production in order to check the U.S. shale gas industry. Third, virus outbreak. The crisis caused by COVID-19 is not entirely new. There was SARS and MERS in Guangdong and Hong Kong, China in 2002, which terrified the world. SARS is also caused by SARS coronavirus, a type of coronavirus. Although there was no threat in Korea, the Ebola virus in this continues to attack humans in West Africa. In this situation, new infectious diseases such as COVID-19 and beyond COVID-19 can arise again at any time. It's just a matter of how high the contagious and fatality rate is. Fourth, international cooperation. If the re-emergence of a new infectious disease that will spread the world in just a few days or months is definitely there is something absolutely necessary. It is to establish a global quarantine and cooperation system. Travel was banned and exchanges almost stopped. Last, depression that called corona blue. A professor of mental health medicine explains that it is extremely normal for each individual to feel depressed and become anxious in the COVID-19 outbreak, which has spread as a global disaster. In particular, in situations of being isolated due to a highly contagious disease like COVID-19, depression is likely to arise. Personal mental health problems can also be the cause, but more important is the environmental cause. This means that if the social problems caused by the disaster are not resolved, it can affect individuals again. Because of COVID-19, almost everyone's daily life has changed and society is in turmoil. I think it is also time to prepare various measures for the stability of society after the COVID-19. Thank you for listening to my presentation.